So we got one of our sisters, from the motherland that's going to just really speak about those who are vetted to come over here to the United States by the State Department. We always want to make sure to lead with that. To come to the United States and how a lot of them have anti-Black sentiment. And she just really going to break that down. Let's go ahead and roll that.
She said the African immigrant to white supremacist pipeline is real. And when she said it, I said, oh my God, how dare you? I thought, how dare you suggest that African immigrants hold white supremacist ideologies? But then I just paused, I watched the rest of her video, and I thought for a minute. I thought about some of the narratives that I, as an African immigrant, hear in our community. I thought about some of the anti-Black rhetoric that is so common in our community. And I had to admit that she was correct. And if you look in the comments of that video, the proof is there also. Many African immigrants think that they are better than Black Americans. And we come from our home countries already with this false narrative, with this negative stereotype that Black Americans as a group are lazy, they are on government handouts, they're not taking advantage of the opportunities that America has. We come with these narratives and we come here and we don't bother to challenge them, because if you just sit for a minute and think about some of these comparisons that are being made, you will see that they are stupid, right? They don't make sense. They are not equal comparisons. We don't bother to learn the history of systemic racism in this country. We dig in our heels instead and try to prove that, we're the good Black people. Oh, look at us. We're so educated. We have all these good jobs. And it's frankly embarrassing. If you go to the comments of that video, you will see immigrants from all, let's call it races, right? People of color, basically affirming what this creator is saying, affirming this anti-Black message. And African immigrants are also in there doing the same thing. And it's very ironic because all of us know that in this so-called people of color thing, every other community has very strong anti-Black rhetoric. They have very anti-Black sentiment. And you, a Black African immigrant, you are in there kicking with these people who probably look down on you with the same racism and anti-Blackness that they hold towards Black Americans. Are you not embarrassed? Are you not embarrassed?
Well, as a Black American, I can tell you that in their own homeland, they wasn't doing nothing at all. And most of the people I've talked to when I've been in the African continent about, the immigrants that come over here, a lot of them say they was no good there. A lot of them say they were raccooning over there too and not doing nothing right where they come from. Now, when you come in here with this, oh, I'm the good Black, I got a job, I got a house, I got an education. I'm not targeted by the police, like Black Americans are. Well, keep thinking you the good Blacks. Just keep thinking that. And you're gonna see where that's gonna get you. See, we know where that's gonna get you because we know that's a go nowhere thing to do. Them people don't like us like that. The only reason they don't go in on you like that, I'll just be honest with you. Two reasons. One, they don't really have a documented history with you. Two, you are backed up by nation states. That's the difference. See, if the police wholesale was to start attacking, let's say, Nigerians, if they just start attacking Nigerians, the Nigerian embassy, the Nigerian government could say, hey, why are you attacking our citizens like that? You know what I'm saying? Or if it's Ghanaians, or if it's Kenyans, or whoever else, they have nation states behind them. We don't have a nation state behind us like they do. So that's one aspect of why they don't treat them like they would treat us. Now, to say they don't discriminate against them, because they do, but we get a different type of treatment. That's one. Second thing she talked about is that all these other groups have anti-Black sentiment. Yes, they do. And I had to think about Dr. Frances Cress Welsing for a minute. And she had broke down about the white supremacists having, thoughts about us, about, genetic annihilation. Well, if you think about these other groups outside of, Black groups, whether they Asian, whether they Hispanic, whether they whatever, right? Native American. If we have children with them, then that child doesn't come out looking like them. The child comes out looking like us. So it's the same thought process that the white supremacists have about genetic annihilation. A lot of them have the same thought processes too. Think about that.
Many African immigrants think that they are better than Black Americans. And we come from our home countries already with this false narrative, with this negative stereotype that Black Americans as a group are lazy, they are on government handouts, they're not taking advantage of the opportunities that America has. We come with these narratives and we come here and we don't bother to challenge them, because if you just sit for a minute and think about some of these comparisons that are being made, you'll see that they are stupid, right? They don't make sense. They are not equal comparisons. We don't bother to learn the history of systemic racism in this country. We dig in our heels instead and try to prove that, we're the good Black people. Oh, look at us. We're so educated. We have all these good jobs. And it's frankly embarrassing.
If you really want to see if you're friends of other nationalities, if you really want to see that they like your people like that, let a black man in particular get with the daughter of one of them. Or maybe your friend, maybe whoever. And that's how you're going to see if they're really cool with Black people like that. Because they can be cool with Black people, they just don't want them in their family. They got them kind of people too. They'll be cool with you all day, be a great friend to you, but they don't want their daughter with a Black man. They don't even want their sons with a Black woman, because even a Black woman, she going to make Black children. She's not going to make a white child or Asian child, etc. It'll be a Black child with Asian features, if that. But it's something that is the anti-Black sentiment. That's okay. I always tell people it's okay. You may have some individuals who are cool with us, and if they cool with us and they genuine, be cool with them. But I'm cool with the anti-Black sentiment. I'm fine with it, because I'd rather stand alone with my people and go toe-to-toe with any of them. And let's call it what it is. The majority of them can't go toe-to-toe, because if they was going to go toe-to-toe, they would did it in their own homeland. And they didn't do that. They begged the American embassy to come their behind over here. So they're not going to stand up and fight for a whole lot of things. They come to here trying to assimilate into white supremacy and asking the white supremacy to give them everything that they need. That's what that is. They're not trying to stand up and make change for the good like Black Americans are trying to do. But let me know what y'all think about, what this sister is saying. Like I said, she just, opening that conversation up, even about, immigrants that come in who are Black. Because let's call it what it is. Y'all separating your own communities, you be around each other, you're not hanging around us like that. You can say, oh, well, y'all culture is different. Yes, just like your culture is different from ours. But you learn the culture. There's degenerates in every group. There's no group that don't have degenerates, right? So we can get with each other, learn each other, like I said. But the thing is, it's dangerous to separate yourself from Black America, because especially if you're Black, because if you get in some issue and problem, who gonna come fight for you? It's not enough of y'all in this country to fight back anything, but it's definitely more of us. So you should be getting with Black America and trying to make sure that we stay on a good alliance as fellow Black people in America.